My father raised the tire iron above his head. Dad, no! The windshield exploded. Glass everywhere. Crash. The hood caved in. Crash. My son was screaming, crying, trying to pull his grandfather away. Grandpa, stop, please. Crash. The driver's side window shattered. I tried to grab the tire iron. My father, 65 years old, red-faced, veins bulging, shoved me back. If he won't share, then nobody gets it. Crash. The side mirror ripped off. 30 people stood in my backyard watching this happen. My entire family, my son's friends, neighbors. Nobody moved. Nobody said a word. Just watched my father demolish the car I'd spent 2 years saving for. The car I'd given my son 30 minutes earlier for his 16th birthday. Then a chair scraped. Everyone turned. My mother stood up slowly, face like stone. Franklin James Carter. Her voice cut through everything. What the hell did you just do? Let me back up. Let me tell you how we got here. 2 years earlier, I made my son a promise. Jake, if you keep your grades up, stay out of trouble, and help around the house, when you turn 16, I'll get you a car. Not a beater. Not some $2,000 wreck that barely runs. A real car. Something he could be proud of. Something safe. Jake's eyes lit up. Seriously, Dad? Seriously, but you have to earn it. Deal. He shook my hand like we were signing a contract. My wife died 3 years ago. Cancer. Jake was 13. It's been just us ever since. Jake stepped up. Helped with groceries, laundry, cooking. Never complained. Got straight A's. Got a part-time job at 15 to save for gas and insurance. Good kid. Great kid. He deserved something special. So I worked for it. I'm an electrician. Decent money, but not rich. I picked up every overtime shift available. Took side jobs on weekends. Fixed friends' electrical problems for cash. Saved every extra dollar. Cut everything I could. No vacations. No new clothes. Ramen for dinner more times than I'd like to admit. But every paycheck, money went into the car fund. $500 here, $300 there, sometimes just $100. Slowly, it added up. Jake kept his end of the deal. Honor roll every semester. Never missed curfew. Helped his grandmother with yard work without being asked. I was so damn proud of him. By his 16th birthday, I had $18,000 saved. Found a 2015 Ford Mustang, used, but clean. One owner, 47,000 miles, deep blue, beautiful. The dealer wanted $19,500. I negotiated down to $18,000 cash. Bought it 2 weeks before Jake's birthday. Kept it at a friend's garage. Had it detailed. Full safety inspection. New tires. Everything perfect. The plan. Reveal it at his birthday party in our backyard. I invited family. Jake's friends. Neighbors. Big mistake. The party started at 2 p.m. Burgers on the grill, cake on the table, Jake laughing with his friends. My sister Melissa showed up at 2:30, 28 years old. Still lives with our parents. No job, no car, no plan. She's always been like this. The golden child who never had to work for anything. My parents, especially my dad, gave her everything. Paid her rent when she had apartments. Bailed her out of credit card debt. Funded her business ideas that never went anywhere. Meanwhile, I worked since I was 14. Paid my own college. Bought my own first car. Dad's favorite line. Melissa just needs more support. She's sensitive. Translation. I could handle myself, so I was ignored. Melissa walked into the backyard, saw the decorations, and immediately found Dad. "Is this all for Jake?" she asked, voice dripping with something ugly. Dad, Frank, nodded. 16. Big birthday. That should have been a warning. At 3 p.m. I gathered everyone. "Okay, everyone, time for Jake's big present." Jake looked confused. "Dad, you already gave me the new phone?" "That was from Grandma. This is from me." I led him to the driveway. The Mustang was there, covered with a car cover. "Close your eyes." "Dad, what did you do?" "Just close them." He closed his eyes. I pulled off the cover. Okay, open. Jake opened his eyes, saw the Mustang. His mouth fell open. No way, no way. Dad, is that? Happy birthday, son. You earned it. Jake's eyes filled with tears. He turned to me. Dad, you didn't have to. This is too much. You kept your promise. Straight A's. Helped at home. Stayed out of trouble. You worked hard. You deserve this. He hugged me, tight. Thank you. Thank you so much. His friends were going crazy, cheering, taking pictures. Jake got in, started the engine. The rumble made him grin so wide. Dad, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. Worth it. Every extra shift, every skipped meal. Worth it for that smile. Then I saw Melissa's face. She looked like she'd swallowed glass. Jake was showing the car to his friends when Melissa walked over. Jake, get out. We need to talk. Jake turned off the engine, got out, confused. What's up, Aunt Melissa? You don't need this car, Jake laughed. Thought she was joking. It's my birthday present? I'm serious. You're 16. You can take the bus. I need a car. The smile fell off Jake's face. Wait, what? I have job interviews, adult responsibilities. This car should go to someone who actually needs it. Aunt Melissa, Dad saved for 2 years for this, and I've been struggling for 2 years looking for work. You should give it to me. I was walking over when I heard this. Melissa, what are you doing? I'm explaining to Jake that he should do the right thing. The right thing is him keeping his birthday present. Melissa turned to Dad, who'd followed her over. Dad, are you hearing this? Ryan's being completely unreasonable. Dad frowned at me. Ryan, maybe Melissa has a point. What point? I saved my money for my son's birthday. Melissa needs transportation for job hunting. Jake can wait a few more years? Jake earned this. The answer is no. Melissa turned back to Jake. Ignored me completely. Jake, honey, be reasonable. Just give me the keys. Jake looked at her like she'd grown a second head. No, this is mine. Don't be selfish. Selfish, Jake's voice cracked. Dad worked 2 years for this. Melissa reached for the keys in Jake's hand. Jake pulled back. Stop it. I stepped between them. Melissa, back off, now. Dad grabbed my shoulder. Don't talk to your sister like that. I turned to him. She's trying to steal Jake's birthday present. It's not stealing if it's family. It's not family sharing when one person worked for it and the other just wants to take it. Melissa was crying now. Actual tears. Nobody ever helps me. Everyone just helps Jake. He gets everything. Jake, quiet. I didn't ask for anything. I worked for this. Dad's face went red. Jake, you're 16 years old. You don't need a Mustang. Your aunt has been struggling. And I worked 2 jobs, I said. I saved for this. It's Jake's. You always were selfish, Ryan. Dad's voice was cold. Always put yourself first. I put my son first, like a parent should. Melissa needs this car. Then you buy her one. I'm on a fixed income, and I work 80 hours a week. I saved for this. It's for Jake. End of discussion. Melissa sobbed louder. See? Nobody cares about me. Jake, barely audible. I do care, Aunt Melissa, but this is my birthday present. Dad turned to Jake. Full attention. Jake, listen to me. You're young. You have your whole life ahead of you. Your aunt needs help right now. The right thing, the family thing, is to give her the car. Jake's voice shook. Grandpa, Dad worked so hard for this. And he can work hard again in a few years. Right now, family needs to help family. Jake looked at me. Lost. Scared. I stepped forward. Jake doesn't have to do anything. This is his car, his gift, his choice. And the answer is no. Jake found his voice. Stronger this time. I'm sorry, Aunt Melissa, but no. This is mine. Melissa's crying stopped instantly. Face went hard. You're really going to be this selfish? Jake's jaw set. It's not selfish to keep my own birthday present. Dad's face went purple. Fine. He walked toward his truck. Dad, where are you going? I called. He didn't answer. Opened the truck bed, pulled out a tire iron. My stomach dropped. Dad, what are you doing? If Jake's going to be selfish about it, he started walking toward the Mustang. Then nobody gets it. Dad, no! He raised the tire iron. Crash. The windshield spiderwebbed. Glass exploded across the hood. Jake screamed. Grandpa, stop! Crash. The hood dented deep. I ran toward him. Dad, stop it! He shoved me back, hard. I stumbled. Crash. Driver's side window shattered. Jake tried to grab the tire iron. Dad pushed him away. Get away from me! Crash. Side mirror ripped clean off. Jake was sobbing. Please, please stop. Crash. Passenger window gone. I grabbed Dad's arm. He elbowed me in the ribs. Crash. Headlights smashed. Jake's friends stood frozen, phones out, recording. My family, uncles, aunts, cousins, just watched. Nobody moved. Nobody said anything. Crash. The other headlight. Crash. Tail light. Crash. 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 5 minutes. 5 minutes of destruction. Jake collapsed on the lawn, sobbing into his hands. Finally, Dad stopped, breathing hard. Dropped the tire iron. The Mustang looked like it had been in an accident. Windshield destroyed. Hood caved. All windows shattered. Mirrors gone. Lights smashed. $18,000. 2 years of saving. Gone. Dad stood there, chest heaving. There. Now he can't be selfish with it. The backyard was silent. Jake crying. Me staring at the destroyed car. Melissa, I saw her face for just a second. She was almost smiling. Then a chair scraped against concrete. Everyone turned. My mother, Margaret, stood up. She'd been sitting at the picnic table, quiet this whole time. Now she stood, 5'4", 63 years old. And she looked at my father like he was a stranger. Franklin James Carter, her voice was ice. What the hell did you just do? Everyone froze. Mom never swore, never raised her voice. Now she was walking toward Dad like a storm. You just destroyed a car your son saved 2 years to buy. Dad blinked. Margaret, he was being selfish. Selfish? Her voice cracked like thunder. He worked 2 jobs, overtime, side gigs, saved every penny, for his son. And you think that's selfish? Melissa is 28 years old and lives in our basement. Jake is 16 with straight A's and a part-time job. The family was dead silent. Mom stepped closer. You just traumatized your grandson on his birthday because your spoiled daughter wanted his present. Don't talk about Melissa like that. I'll talk about her however I want. I've watched you baby her for 30 years, give her everything, bail her out of everything. And what did it teach her? Nothing. Dad's face was still red. Margaret, not here. Yes, here. She turned to the whole family. Everyone needs to hear this. She looked at me. Ryan, did you know your father emptied Jake's college fund last year? My blood went cold. What? The fund your grandparents started for Jake. $12,000. Frank gave it to Melissa for her business idea. I stared at Dad. You stole from Jake's college fund? Melissa went pale. Mom continued. That online boutique that lasted 3 months? Funded with Jake's college money. Money that was supposed to be untouchable. It was a loan, Dad started, that she never paid back, and you never told Ryan. I looked at Jake. He was staring at Dad, betrayal all over his face. You took my college fund? Jake's voice was small, broken. And gave it to Aunt Melissa. Dad couldn't look at him. And now, Mom said, voice shaking with fury, you destroyed his birthday present, the car his father worked 2 years to afford, because he wouldn't hand it over to the woman who already stole his college fund. She stepped right up to Dad. Get your things. You're not welcome in my house tonight. Dad's eyes went wide. What? You heard me. Pack a bag. You're leaving. This is my house. No, it's in my name. My inheritance from my parents. You moved in when we married. Now you're moving out. Margaret, you can't be serious. I'm calling a locksmith in the morning, and a divorce lawyer. The entire backyard gasped. You're, you're divorcing me? Dad looked genuinely shocked. After 40 years of watching you favor Melissa over Ryan. After watching you enable her into adulthood. After watching you steal from your grandson and then destroy his birthday present? Mom's eyes were wet, but her voice was steel. Yes, Frank. I'm divorcing you. She turned to Melissa. And you. You stood there smirking while your father destroyed a 16-year-old's birthday present. Because you wanted it for yourself. Melissa opened her mouth. No words came out. Mom looked at Jake. Her voice softened. Jake, sweetheart, come here. Jake stood shakily, walked to her. She hugged him. I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve any of this. She looked at me. Ryan, get an estimate on the damage. Send me the bill. I'll cover it from my savings. Mom, you don't have to. Yes, I do. Because your father won't. And someone needs to make this right. She took Jake's hand, looked at the family. Party's over, everyone go home. People started moving, slowly, awkwardly. Dad just stood there, tire iron at his feet, staring at Mom like he didn't recognize her. Margaret. Go to a hotel, Frank. Don't come home tonight, or ever. She walked Jake toward the house. I stood in the driveway, looking at the destroyed Mustang. 2 years of my life, demolished in 5 minutes, because my father loved my sister more than he loved my son. And I realized something standing there. This wasn't over. Not even close. My father was about to learn that some things cost more than cars. Some lessons cost everything. And I was about to teach him one he'd never forget. That night, Jake locked himself in his room. I could hear him crying through the door. I sat outside in the hallway, back against the wall, listening to my son's heartbreak. At midnight, I knocked softly. Jake, can I come in? Silence. Then, yeah? He was on his bed, eyes red, still in his birthday clothes. I sat beside him. I'm so sorry, bud. It's not your fault. I invited them. I thought... My voice cracked. I thought it would be a good day. Jake wiped his eyes. Why does Grandpa hate me? He doesn't hate you. He destroyed my car, Dad, because I wouldn't give it away. He hates me. I pulled him into a hug. No, Grandpa's just... He's broken. Has been for a long time. This isn't about you. Then why does it feel like it is? I didn't have an answer. We sat in silence. Finally, Jake asked, What happens now? Now? We make sure there are consequences. The next morning, I drove to the police station. The desk officer looked up. Can I help you? I need to file a report. Destruction of property. What was destroyed? My son's car. His grandfather smashed it with a tire iron. Yesterday, at his birthday party. The officer's eyebrows went up. His grandfather? Yes. Was this an accident? No, intentional. There's video. That got his attention. Video? One of my son's friends recorded the whole thing. 20 minutes later, I was giving a statement to Officer Rodriguez. So your father destroyed an $18,000 vehicle because your son wouldn't give it to your sister? Correct. And you have this on video? I pulled out my phone, showed him the clip Jake's friend had sent me. Frank raising the tire iron. Crash. Jake screaming. Crash. 5 minutes of destruction. Frank's voice clear as day. If he won't share, nobody gets it. Rodriguez watched the whole thing. Jaw tight. Mr. Carter, this is assault with a deadly weapon. Battery. Destruction of property. This is serious. I know. Do you want to press charges? I thought about Jake, crying in his room, the college fund Frank had stolen, the car Frank had destroyed. Yes. I want this documented. I want him charged. Understood. I'll file the report. The DA will review it for criminal charges. I left with a case number and copies of the report. Next stop. Lawyer. My buddy from high school, Tom Chen, ran a small law practice. I called him from the parking lot. Tom, I need to sue my father. Jesus, Ryan, what happened? I told him everything. The car. The smashing. The college fund. He destroyed $18,000 worth of property? On video? Yes. And stole from your son's college fund? 12,000 last year. Gave it to my sister. Tom was quiet for a moment. Ryan, you have a slam dunk case. Destruction of property, theft, emotional distress. We could go after 30,000, maybe more. Let's do it. You sure? This is your father. He destroyed my son's birthday present because Jake wouldn't hand it over to his aunt. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, come by tomorrow. Bring all documentation, police report, receipts for the car, any proof of the college fund theft. I'll be there. That afternoon, Mom called. Ryan, how's Jake? Not good. He won't come out of his room. She sighed. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Your father? She trailed off. I called a locksmith this morning. Changed the locks. Called a divorce attorney. First consultation is Wednesday. Mom, are you sure? I've never been more sure of anything. 40 years, Ryan. 40 years of watching him favor Melissa. Excuse her. Enable her. I'm done. Where's Dad now? Hotel. He called 6 times this morning. I didn't answer. And Melissa? Blowing up my phone, saying I'm overreacting, that it's just a car. Mom's voice went hard. Just a car your son's father saved 2 years for. Just a car that meant everything to a 16-year-old. Just a car her father destroyed in a rage. She's defending him? Of course she is. She always does. It's everyone else's fault. Never hers. Never his. I heard the exhaustion in her voice. 40 years of this. I'm proud of you, Mom. I should have done this years ago. When he stole Jake's college fund, I should have left then. I'm sorry I didn't protect Jake from this. You're protecting him now. That's what matters. Tuesday morning, Dad showed up at my house. I was leaving for work. Saw his truck in the driveway. He got out. Looked like he hadn't slept. Clothes wrinkled. Ryan, we need to talk. There's nothing to talk about. I may have overreacted yesterday. Overreacted? You destroyed my son's car with a tire iron. I was angry. You were angry because Jake wouldn't give his birthday present to Melissa. So you smashed it, in front of 30 people, while he begged you to stop. Dad's jaw clenched. Melissa needed that car, and I worked 2 years to buy it for Jake, not Melissa. Jake. Family should help each other. You stole Jake's college fund last year, gave it to Melissa. Did you help Jake? Did you think about family then? Dad went pale. Your mother told you about that? Yeah, $12,000. Gone. For Melissa's boutique that failed in 3 months. It was a loan that she never repaid. You stole from your 16-year-old grandson. I was trying to help Melissa get on her feet. And what about Jake? What about helping him? Silence. That's what I thought, I said. You've never helped Jake, because he's not Melissa. That's not fair. What's not fair is watching you favor her his entire life. What's not fair is you stealing his college money. What's not fair is you destroying his birthday present. Dad's voice rose. So what? You're going to hold this over me forever? No, I'm going to sue you for the full value of the car, plus damages, plus emotional distress. His face went red. You're suing me? You destroyed $18,000 of property. Yes, I'm your father. And Jake is your grandson. Didn't stop you from traumatizing him. This is ridiculous. No. What's ridiculous is you thinking there wouldn't be consequences. I got in my car, started it. Dad banged on the window. Ryan! Ryan! I backed out of the driveway, left him standing there. Wednesday, I met with Tom. Brought everything. Police report. Car purchase receipt. Photos of the damage. The video. Tom watched the video 3 times. This is... Wow. He just kept going. 5 minutes. Jake's crying in the background. Begging him to stop. Tom sat back. Ryan, I can get you 30,000. Easy. Maybe more. What's the breakdown? 18,000 for the car. 6,000 in therapy costs for Jake. He'll need it after this. $3,000 emotional distress. $3,000 punitive damages. $30,000 total. At minimum, we could push for more. No, 30 is fair. File it. Your father won't be able to pay this up front. I know. Wage garnishment from his pension. Tom nodded. Could take years. Good. Let him pay for years. Let him remember what he did every single month. Frank was served Thursday. By Friday, my phone was exploding. Melissa. You're suing Dad? Over a car? I didn't respond. Uncle Terry. Ryan, this is family business. You can't sue your own father. Delete. Aunt Linda. Your mother is divorcing Frank. You're suing him. What's wrong with you? Block. The family group chat was chaos. Melissa. Ryan is trying to destroy Dad over an accident. Cousin Amy. I saw the video. That wasn't an accident. Melissa. He was upset. Jake was being selfish. Amy. Jake kept his own birthday present. That's not selfish. Uncle Terry. This is tearing the family apart. Mom's message cut through. The family was torn apart when Frank chose Melissa over Jake, when he stole Jake's college fund, when he destroyed a car with a tire iron while a 16-year-old cried. Don't blame Ryan for demanding accountability. Silence. Then Melissa left the chat. Then Uncle Terry. Then 3 cousins. That weekend, Jake had his first therapy appointment. Dr. Sarah Morrison specialized in adolescent trauma. Jake was in there for an hour. When he came out, eyes red, Dr. Morrison asked to speak with me. Mr. Carter, Jake's experiencing acute trauma response. Nightmares. Anxiety. Trouble trusting people. What happened at his party was deeply damaging. How do I help him? Time, therapy, consistency. And honestly, the fact that you're holding his grandfather accountable helps. Jake needs to see that what happened wasn't okay, that someone's protecting him. I'm suing for therapy costs. Is that appropriate? Absolutely. This will be months of weekly sessions, possibly longer. I added it to the lawsuit documentation. 2 weeks later, Frank tried one more time. Showed up at Jake's school, waited by the parking lot. Jake called me, panicked. Dad, Grandpa's here. He wants to talk. Stay inside, I'm coming. I got there in 10 minutes. Frank was leaning against his truck. You need to leave. Now. I just want to talk to Jake. No, you traumatized him. You're not going near him. He's my grandson. You destroyed his birthday present while he screamed. You don't get access to him. Frank's face twisted. This is your mother's doing. She's turning you against me. No, you turned me against you. When you chose Melissa over Jake. For 16 years. I never chose. You gave her Jake's college fund. You destroyed his car. You've given her everything while Jake got nothing. That's not true. Name one thing you've given Jake. One birthday present. One Christmas gift. One time you chose him over Melissa. Silence. That's what I thought. Leave. Before I call the police. Frank got in his truck. As he drove away, I saw Jake watching from the school window, looking small, scared. I waved, tried to smile. He didn't wave back. 3 weeks after the party, Mom finalized her divorce filing. She called that evening. It's done. Papers filed. 40 years. Over. How are you doing? Honestly, relieved. I should have done this when he stole from Jake. Or when Melissa was 25 and he was still paying her rent. Or any of the 100 times he put her before everyone else. What did Frank say? He showed up at the house. I didn't let him in. He yelled through the door that I was abandoning him, that after 40 years, I owed him more. What did you say? I said after 40 years of watching him enable Melissa, I didn't owe him anything. Then I called the police. They removed him from the property. I'm sorry, Mom. Don't be. This is the best thing I've done in years. Pause. The house is mine, she continued. My parents left it to me. Frank moved in when we married, but it's in my name. The savings account, split 50-50. His pension is his. My inheritance from my parents is mine. And Melissa? Called me 17 times yesterday. I blocked her. She's going to blame you for everything. Letter, I'm 63 years old. I'm done caring what Melissa thinks. 4 weeks after the party, I got the court date. Small claims. 6 weeks away. Tom called. We're ready. Video evidence, police report, witness statements, medical documentation from Jake's therapist. This is airtight. What's Frank's defense? His lawyer's claiming temporary emotional distress, that he was upset and made a mistake. A 5-minute mistake? While people begged him to stop? I know. It's weak. Judge will see through it. Good. That night, I told Jake. There's going to be a court date. You'll probably have to testify. Jake looked terrified. In front of Grandpa? Yeah. You'll tell the judge what happened, what you saw, how you felt. Do I have to? Technically, no, but it would help. Jake was quiet for a long time. Then, okay, I'll do it. Grandpa needs to know he can't just do that to people. I hugged him. I'm proud of you, bud. Will Grandma be there? Probably. Good. I want her there. The night before court, I couldn't sleep. Went downstairs, sat in the dark, thought about the last month. Jake's nightmares, the therapy sessions, Mom's divorce, the destroyed Mustang sitting in my driveway like a monument to my father's rage. My phone buzzed. Text from Mom. Tomorrow we show Frank that actions have consequences. Sleep well. I love you. I texted back, love you too, Mom. Then one from Jake. Dad, you awake? Yeah, bud. Can't sleep? Me neither. Nervous about tomorrow. It's going to be okay, I promise. Will Grandpa be mad at me? Probably, but that's not your problem. You just tell the truth. Okay, night, Dad. Night, Jake. Love you. Love you too. I sat in the dark. Tomorrow, we'd walk into that courthouse. Tomorrow, Frank would face what he'd done. Tomorrow, Jake would tell a judge how his grandfather destroyed more than just a car. Tomorrow, we'd find out what $30,000 in consequences looked like. And I was ready. More than ready. Because some lessons are worth fighting for. And this one was going to cost Frank everything. Poi Holly. Part 3. Court Showdown. Plus video evidence. Plus testimonies. Plus judgment. Target. 7,000 to 8,000 chars strict. Watching count closely. The courthouse was smaller than I expected. Jake sat beside me, leg bouncing, hands clasped tight. Mom sat on his other side, squeezed his hand. You've got this, sweetheart. Across the aisle, Frank sat with his lawyer. Wouldn't look at us. Melissa sat behind him, arms crossed, glaring. The bailiff stood. All rise. The Honorable Judge Patricia Morrison presiding. Judge Morrison was in her 50s, sharp eyes, no-nonsense expression. She reviewed the case file, looked up. Mr. Ryan Carter is suing Mr. Frank Carter for destruction of property, emotional distress, and theft. Is that correct? Tom stood. Yes, Your Honor. And Mr. Frank Carter, you're represented by counsel? Frank's lawyer stood. Yes, Your Honor, Robert Hayes. Let's proceed. Mr. Chen, your opening statement. Tom stood. Calm, professional. Your Honor, this case is straightforward. On May 14th, the defendant intentionally destroyed an $18,000 vehicle belonging to the plaintiff's 16-year-old son. This vehicle was a birthday gift the plaintiff saved 2 years to purchase. The destruction occurred at the son's birthday party in front of 30 witnesses and was captured on video. Additionally, the defendant stole $12,000 from the minor's college fund last year. We're seeking $30,000 in damages. Judge Morrison made notes. Mr. Hayes, Frank's lawyer stood, cleared his throat. Your Honor, my client deeply regrets his actions. This was a moment of emotional distress during a family dispute. While the damage is regrettable, we believe the plaintiff's claim is excessive and vindictive. Noted. Mr. Chen, call your first witness. Plaintiff calls Ryan Carter. I stood. Walked to the witness stand. Got sworn in. Tom approached. Mr. Carter, please tell the court about the vehicle in question. I took a breath. I saved for 2 years to buy my son Jake a car for his 16th birthday. I work as an electrician, took overtime shifts, side jobs, saved $18,000, bought a 2015 Ford Mustang. Why that specific car? Jake earned it. Straight A's, part-time job, helped at home after his mother passed away. He deserved something special. What happened at the birthday party? I revealed the car. Jake was thrilled. Then my sister Melissa demanded Jake give her the car, said she needed it more. Jake refused. My father, Frank, got angry, grabbed a tire iron from his truck and destroyed the car. Destroyed how? Smashed the windshield, the hood, all the windows, the mirrors, the lights. 5 minutes of sustained destruction while Jake begged him to stop. Was this an accident? No, he said. If Jake won't share, nobody gets it. Then he destroyed it. Tom nodded. And the college fund? Last year, my father took $12,000 from Jake's college fund, money my grandparents had saved for him, and gave it to Melissa for a business idea that failed in 3 months. She never repaid it. Did Jake know about this? Not until my mother revealed it at the party. How has this affected Jake? My voice caught. He has nightmares, anxiety, weekly therapy. He's terrified of accepting gifts now, afraid they'll be taken away. Thank you. No further questions? Frank's lawyer stood for cross-examination. Mr. Carter, isn't it true your sister was struggling financially? Yes. And your father was trying to help her? By stealing from a 16-year-old's college fund? By destroying his birthday present? That's not help. That's favoritism. But families should support each other. I worked 2 jobs to support my family, my son. That's what parents do. Hayes frowned. Sat down. No further questions. Plaintiff calls Jake Carter. Jake stood, walked slowly to the stand. So small in that big chair. Got sworn in, hands shaking. Tom smiled gently. Hi, Jake. I know this is hard. Just tell the truth, okay? Jake nodded. Can you tell the court what happened at your birthday party? Jake's voice was quiet. My dad gave me a car, a Mustang. I was so happy. I've never gotten anything like that before. What happened next? My Aunt Melissa said I should give it to her, that she needed it more. I said no. It was my birthday present. Then what? Grandpa got mad, really mad. He went to his truck and got a tire iron. I thought he was just trying to scare me. But then Jake's voice broke. He started hitting the car. What did you do? I tried to stop him. I was crying, begging him to stop. He pushed me away, just kept hitting it. How did that make you feel? Tears ran down Jake's face. Like he hated me, like I didn't matter, like nothing I do will ever be enough. Several people in the courtroom shifted uncomfortably. Have you seen your grandfather since? No, I don't want to. Why not? Because every time I think about him, I see him destroying my car, hear myself crying, and I can't. Tom's voice was soft. Thank you, Jake. You're very brave. Hayes stood for cross. Jake, did you ever consider just letting your aunt borrow the car? Jake looked at him. It was my birthday present. My dad worked 2 years for it. Why should I give it away? Well, family? Family doesn't steal your college money. Family doesn't destroy your stuff because you won't share. Hayes sat down quickly. Plaintiff calls Dr. Sarah Morrison. Jake's therapist took the stand. Tom asked, Dr. Morrison, you've been treating Jake Carter. Can you describe his condition? Jake is experiencing trauma-related anxiety, nightmares, and trust issues. The incident at his birthday party was deeply damaging. He's afraid to accept gifts, afraid to trust family members. This will require months, possibly years, of treatment. In your professional opinion, what caused this? Watching a trusted family member destroy something precious to him. The sense of helplessness, the public humiliation, these created lasting psychological harm. Thank you. Hayes declined to cross-examine. Plaintiff calls Margaret Carter. My mother walked to the stand. Composed. Elegant. Tom asked, Mrs. Carter, You're the defendant's wife? Soon-to-be ex-wife. I filed for divorce 3 weeks ago. Murmurs in the courtroom. Why? 40 years of watching my husband favor our daughter over our son. 40 years of excuses. When he destroyed Jake's car, I realized I couldn't be married to someone capable of that. Were you aware of the college fund theft? Yes. Frank took $12,000 last year without telling Ryan. Gave it to Melissa. I should have stopped him. I didn't. That's my biggest regret. What did you witness at the birthday party? I watched my husband destroy an $18,000 car while my grandson cried. For 5 minutes. Nobody stopped him because they were too shocked. When he finished, he showed no remorse. That's when I stood up and told him to leave. Thank you, Mrs. Carter. Tom approached the evidence table. Your Honor, I'd like to play the video. Proceed. The screen lit up. There was Jake, smiling, sitting in the Mustang. Then Melissa's voice. You should give it to me. Jake. It's my birthday present. Melissa. I need it. Then Frank appeared, tire iron in hand. Jake. Grandpa, what are you doing? Crash. Windshield shattered. Jake's scream was gut-wrenching. Grandpa, stop. Crash. Hood dented. Jake crying. Please. Crash. Window exploded. The courtroom was silent. Just the sounds of destruction and Jake sobbing. 5 minutes of it. When it ended, Judge Morrison's face was stone. Mr. Hayes, does your client wish to testify? Hayes whispered to Frank. Frank shook his head. No, Your Honor. Very well. Closing statements? Tom stood. Your Honor, the evidence is clear. Intentional destruction. 30 witnesses. Video documentation. A traumatized child. We're asking for $30,000 to cover the vehicle, therapy costs, and damages. Hayes stood. Your Honor, my client made a mistake in a moment of anger. Judge Morrison held up a hand. A moment? That was 5 minutes of sustained, deliberate destruction while a child begged him to stop. Save your breath, counselor. She reviewed her notes. Mr. Frank Carter. Stand. Frank stood. Finally looked up. I've been a judge for 23 years. I've seen many family disputes. This is one of the worst. You destroyed an $18,000 vehicle that your son saved 2 years to purchase for his grandson. You did this because the child wouldn't give his birthday present to your adult daughter. The video shows clear intent. The witnesses confirm sustained destruction. The medical evidence shows lasting psychological harm. Furthermore, the testimony reveals you stole $12,000 from this child's college fund. You've shown no remorse, no accountability. Frank opened his mouth. Judge Morrison cut him off. I'm not finished. Your grandson is 16 years old. You taught him that family can't be trusted. That hard work can be destroyed in minutes. That he doesn't matter. She paused. Judgment for the plaintiff. $18,000 for vehicle replacement. $6,500 for documented therapy costs. $3,000 for emotional distress. $2,500 in punitive damages. Total, $30,000. Frank went pale. Your Honor, I don't have... Then you'll pay overtime. I'm ordering wage garnishment of 25% from your pension, effective immediately. That's my retirement. And that was Jake's birthday present. You should have considered that before you picked up the tire iron. She banged the gavel. We're adjourned. Outside the courthouse, Frank stood frozen. Melissa was yelling. This is insane. $30,000 over a car? Mom walked past them both without a glance. Took Jake's hand. Come on, sweetheart. Let's go get ice cream. Frank finally looked at me. I hope you're happy. You've destroyed your own father. I looked at the man who'd stolen from my son, destroyed his birthday gift, traumatized him. No, Dad. You destroyed yourself. I just made sure you paid for it. I took Jake's other hand. We walked away. Behind us, I heard Melissa still yelling, but we didn't look back. We just kept walking, toward ice cream, toward healing, toward a future where Jake knew someone would always protect him, even from family, especially from family. The wage garnishment started 2 weeks after the judgment. Frank's pension was $2,400 a month. 25% was $600 every month, automatically deducted, sent directly to the court, then to me. It would take 50 months to pay off the full $30,000. 4 years and 2 months. 4 years of Frank being reminded every single month what he'd done. The first payment hit my account in early July, $600. I stared at it for a long time. Then I called the therapy office, paid Jake's sessions 3 months in advance, called a dealership, started looking at practical cars for Jake. Not a Mustang, something reliable, safe. A 2018 Honda Civic caught my eye. $16,000. I scheduled a test drive. That weekend, Mom invited us over. The house looked different. Lighter somehow. She'd redecorated. Taken down all of Frank's hunting trophies. Put up family photos, but only ones without him. The divorce finalized yesterday, she said over coffee. 40 years, over. How do you feel? She smiled. Free. The house is mine. Half the savings. Frank kept his pension. What's left of it after your garnishment? And Melissa? Hasn't spoken to me since the trial. Fine by me. Jake looked up from his hot chocolate. Are you lonely, Grandma? She squeezed his hand. Not even a little, sweetheart. I have you. Your dad. Peace and quiet. That's all I need. 3 months after the judgment, I bought Jake the Civic. Brought it home on a Saturday morning. Jake was in the driveway when I pulled up. His face went cautious. Guarded. Dad? Come look. He walked over slowly. Saw the Honda. Blue. Clean. Practical. It's for you. If you want it. Jake's voice shook. What if something happens to it? Nothing's going to happen. This one's yours. Safe. Nobody's taking it. But Grandpa's paying $600 a month for the next 4 years. He can't touch this. Nobody can. Jake stared at the car, then at me. You promise? I promise. He got in, sat behind the wheel, hands gripping tight. Then he started crying. Hey, it's okay. I'm scared, Dad. What if I lose this too? I got in the passenger seat, put my arm around him. You won't. And even if something happened, which it won't, I'd fix it. That's what I do. I protect you. He leaned into me. I know. We sat there for 10 minutes, just breathing. Finally, Jake turned the key. Engine started smooth. He smiled. Small, but real. Can we drive it? Absolutely. 6 months in, Dr. Morrison gave us good news. Jake's nightmares have decreased significantly. His anxiety is manageable. He's processing the trauma in healthy ways. So he's okay? He's healing. There's a difference. What happened will always be part of him, but it's not controlling him anymore. That night, Jake asked if he could invite friends over, first time since the birthday party. You sure? I asked. Yeah, I want to show them the Civic, have a normal night. Then let's do it. We had pizza, video games, Jake laughing with his friends in the driveway, showing off the car. Normal. Finally. 1 year after the judgment, I ran into Frank at the grocery store. He was in the cereal aisle, looked older, thinner. We made eye contact. He looked away first. I grabbed my cereal and kept walking. He called after me. Ryan. I stopped. Didn't turn around. I've been paying, every month, $600. I know. Can this be over? I turned. Looked at him. You stole from Jake. Destroyed his birthday gift. Traumatized him. You paid $7,200 so far. You have $2,800 left. It's over when you've paid every dollar. And then? Then you'll have paid your debt. Nothing more. Will you let me see Jake? That's not my choice, that's his. And right now, he doesn't want to see you. Frank's face crumpled. He's my grandson. Then you should have acted like a grandfather, instead of a bully. I walked away, heard him say, quiet. I'm sorry. Didn't stop, didn't respond. Sorry doesn't fix trauma, only time does. And accountability. 18 months in, Melissa tried to reach out. Texted Jake, I miss you, can we talk? Jake showed me. What do you think? I asked. I don't know. Part of me misses her. But part of me remembers her smiling when Grandpa smashed the car. You don't owe her anything. I know, but maybe someday. Not now. That's fair. He deleted the text. But he didn't block her, leaving the door cracked. Not open, just possible. 2 years after the judgment, Mom started traveling, sent us postcards from Seattle, Colorado, Maine. Never had time before, she said on a call. Frank always wanted to stay home. Now I'm seeing everything I missed. You sound happy. I am. Happiest I've been in decades. Jake got on the phone. Grandma, you're coming back for my 18th birthday, right? Wouldn't miss it for the world, sweetheart. 4 years and 2 months after the judgment, the final payment cleared. $600. Total paid, $30,000. I got the notification on my phone. Showed Jake. He was 17 now, almost done with high school. College application submitted. Grandpa finished paying, I said. Jake nodded. Okay. No anger, no triumph. Just acknowledgement. How do you feel? I asked. I don't know. Glad it's done, I guess. Glad he had to pay, but mostly just tired of thinking about it. That's fair. Can we move on now? Yeah, bud, we can move on. Jake's 18th birthday was small. Just us, Mom, a few close friends. No drama, no surprises. Just cake and laughter. Mom pulled me aside. He's doing so well. Yeah, he is. You protected him. Made sure there were consequences. That mattered. It cost Frank his retirement. It cost Frank exactly what it should have. Accountability. Jake came over. Grandma, Dad, stop being sappy. Come sing. We sang, badly. Jake blew out candles. Made a wish. Later, I asked what he wished for. Just this, more days like this. Simple, perfect. 6 months after the final payment, Frank sent a letter. Not to me, to Jake. Jake read it, handed it to me. Jake, I know I destroyed more than a car. I destroyed your trust, your birthday, your sense of safety. I was wrong. I can't fix it. But I want you to know I've thought about it every day for 4 years. I'm sorry. I understand if you never forgive me. But you deserved better. You deserved a grandfather who protected you, not one who hurt you. I'm sorry. Grandpa. Jake stared out the window. What do you want to do? I asked. Nothing, not yet. Maybe someday I'll write back, but not now. That's okay. He folded the letter, put it in his desk drawer, left it there. Not forgiveness, not reconciliation, just acknowledgement that it existed. That was enough. Now, 5 years after the smashed Mustang, life is good. Jake's 19, in college, studying engineering, drives the Civic to campus every day. He still sees Dr. Morrison occasionally, check-ins, making sure he's okay. He is. Mom's 68, traveling the world, sends photos from Italy, Japan, Ireland, living the life she should have lived decades ago. Melissa and I don't talk. Probably never will. That's fine. Frank, I don't know. Don't ask. Don't care. He paid his debt. That chapter's closed. Last week, Jake came home for the weekend. We sat on the porch, drinking coffee. Dad, can I ask you something? Always. Do you regret suing Grandpa? I thought about it. Really thought. No, not for a second. Even though it tore the family apart? The family was already broken, Jake. Grandpa tearing apart your car just made it visible. What I did was make sure you knew I'd fight for you, that what happened to you mattered. Jake nodded slowly. It helped, knowing you weren't going to let it go. You deserved that. You deserved someone who'd stand up for you. I know, thank you. We sat in comfortable silence. Finally, Jake said, I'm glad Grandma left him. Me too. Think she's happy? Happiest she's ever been. Good, she deserves it. So do you. Jake smiled. Yeah, I think I'm getting there. 5 years, $30,000, 1 destroyed Mustang, 1 divorce, and countless therapy sessions later. Here's what I learned. Family isn't a free pass to cause harm. Love without accountability isn't love. It's enabling. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is demand consequences. And sometimes the people who scream loudest about tearing the family apart are the ones who broke it first. Frank smashed a car, but he taught Jake something valuable, that there are people who will fight for you, who won't let injustice slide, who will protect you, even when it costs them, even when it's hard, even when everyone says you're wrong, because some lessons are worth $30,000. And some kids are priceless.